begins with breaking news.
At these various water distribution sites, organizations like Strong Arms of Jackson, and we also see the Poor People's Campaign here at this location, and so I want to start there. And then secondly, I want to speak to the strong coalition that is taking place to make certain that we not only deal with the immediate triage of the challenges that we have experienced over the last few days, but long-standing solutions for our residents in Jackson. To that end, we're happy to be joined with support all the way up to Washington. Support through our good friend and the friend that we all know in Congressman Benny Thompson, to support with FEMA, the Army Corps, the EPA, and another good friend of mine, Mitch Landrieu, the czar of the infrastructure bill. We've had some good discussions. They've been leaning in from the very start, and we've been talking about how we maintain a coordinated effort where nothing falls through the cracks. And so I want to thank them for being here, and I want to step aside while they share a few things with you.
Thank you, Mayor. Let me up front say help is here. All our federal partners from the White House all the way down here in Jackson, Mississippi, addressing the water quality as well as quantity issue facing the citizens of Jackson and surrounding. It's all hands on deck. Every asset that the federal government possesses is available for the citizens of Jackson and surroundings. I'm happy to say that we have started the process of sitting at the table, working through the logistics of making sure that not just short-term challenges are met, but the long-term challenges are also met. So for those citizens, work is in progress. The cavalry, in terms of FEMA and other organizations, are here. And in time, we will mitigate this issue. And long-term, hopefully we'll resolve it so it'll never happen again. So let me introduce the person who's here from the White House, who is directly sent here by President Biden. As you know, the president, in record time, approved this disaster declaration because it was important to the citizens of this community. Mitch Landrieu.
Congressman Benny, thank you so much. Congressman has been a great friend for a long time. I'm happy to be here on behalf of the President of the United States at the Congressman's urging and in partnership with the mayor and the governor and the senators are represented here. As you know, you've heard the president talk a lot. He said, if you elect me president, we're not going to leave anybody behind. And so as soon as this happened, the president, as you know, signed this emergency declaration in record time and then pulled us together and said, get down there. So I'm here right now. The FEMA administrator is in flight here. The Corps of Engineers has been on the ground. FEMA has been on the ground. And EPA has been on the ground and will continue to be so until we get this immediate crisis figured out. And the president promises, as he had with the infrastructure bill, to make sure resources are available to work with the state and to work with the mayor and the city and the people to actually make sure that everybody's got safe water and we have a healthy situation. I want to thank the volunteers. They make this happen. The Poor People's Campaign has been out here. The operators that have been at that station for a long time. It's all critically important. I know that it's a very tough time for the people of Mississippi and the people in Jackson particularly, but everybody is here. It works when the federal, state, local authorities, the faith-based community, the not-for-profits, everybody's working together to lift everybody up so we can all benefit. As the congressman said, we got an immediate problem. We've got a medium-term problem. We've got a long-term problem. The president pledges his support, and that's why he's got his entire team down here to help make this an effort. We're looking forward to working with the mayor and the governor and the powers that be to make sure that everybody's got safe water. So thank you very much. And now I want to introduce to you Alan Jarvis, who is a federal coordinating officer that's going to help pull together all these federal agencies to make sure that the partnership with the mayor and the governor goes really, really well. So please help me welcome Alan Jarvis.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, as Mitch said, I'm the federal coordinating officer for FEMA, and I will be leading the recovery efforts from a federal standpoint. As the president's declaration, allows us to bring the federal resources and federal partners to play. And we are, at the request of the state, we are going to work closely with the city of Jackson and the state to make sure that we can try to alleviate the immediate issues and then also look at those longer term solutions. So just want to let you know our mission is to try to make sure that all residents of Jackson have safe water. We're going to embed with the state and the city. And we are on the ground. We're continuing to bring more resources and staff in, and we'll be here for the long haul until the mission's complete. Thank you.
I just want to give a brief update in terms of what we're seeing at the water treatment facility. The news has been positive, so we've had 2 consecutive days of gains. We're seeing recovery in many of the tanks. That does not mean by any stretch that all residents have pressure or water, but we are seeing the signs of recovery that we hope to see. And so I just wanted to report that to you. The team is there 24/7 working to make certain that those gains are established or sustained, and we move forward. With that.
Any questions? Mr. Mayor, so what is the level of water pressure throughout? Can you give me an idea of how much?
I can give you the PSI, right? You have 11 tanks. The level in which each one of those tanks are filled varies between them. We were at about 80 PSI the last time that I was briefed. We look forward to being briefed again soon. I do want to forewarn you of another issue we may experience as they're able to increase the pressure at the plant to levels that it has not seen in many years. The challenge then becomes whether we have pipes that rupture across the city. We know that we have brittle pipes, we have aged pipes, just as our water treatment facilities are aged. And so that's a challenge that we're going to have to be on the ground and dealing with as time persists.
Are you saying that the storage tanks have never reached these levels before? I thought they also always maintained a certain level.
That is not what I said. I said as the pressure reaches a different level than it has ever been. Not the storage tanks. The storage tanks have certainly been at higher levels. But as they're able to increase the output at O.B. Curtis, strengthening the PSI at the plant itself, that could potentially lead to ruptures, a rupture in several pipes across the city. No, it certainly hasn't been there in days, but as they're increasing, it hasn't met its maximum capacity of PSI in years. I mean years. And so that could lead to the rupturing of pipes across the city.
In case you haven't already mentioned it, do you know how long the current boiled water notice will be in place?
I can't give you an exact day, but I can tell you the process. Once pressure is restored to all residents, then the next stage of that process is that the health department gives gives the go-ahead to start the testing process. Once that testing process begins, there are about 120 sites that they begin to take samples from, and you have to have 2 consecutive days of clear samples before the boil water notice can be lifted.
We have one more question.
For the federal partners, I know that there is obviously the talk of the immediate recovery and repairs, but also the long term. Can either of you speak to what assessments will be made in the way of the long-term piece and how the federal government can help?
Yeah, so we've already assigned some the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and EPA. They're bringing additional staff in. They're doing assessments at the facility right now. We're bringing in 7 more Army Corps of Engineers staff in to do additional assessments. They're going to work on a longer-term plan, an immediate plan, but also that longer-term plan. And then we'll start looking at what resources and what other entities, other federal partners we might need to bring in. But we're going to be in coordination with the city and with the state and all.